So I have two of these gas cans. I've had them for 10 or however many years. It says CMAT on it because back when the earthquake came in 2011, a Canadian medical assistance team, which I knew some people who knew some people who knew them, came to Japan to help out, and I ended up lending them my two gas cans because they didn't have any jerry cans, and after the earthquake you couldn't find jerry cans. These have been sitting in a storage unit, which is like a metal storage unit that's covered on the veranda of my apartment, and I keep gas in them. I regularly swap out the gas. When my truck is less than half full, I'll put a gas can in maybe once every month or once every 2 months. Anyways, I noticed this time around that the bottoms of these cans, I got two of them, the other one's very similar, are really getting rusty here. And I'm quite worried about it because obviously 18 liters or 5 gallons of gas in one of these, and if that thing lets go, it's kind of a hazard. So I'm going to try to clean these up and put some of that rust, whatever you call it, rust destroyer or rust neutralizer on it, and then paint them. And I might even put Plasti-Dip on the bottom. I got a can of that here because I mean, these things ain't cheap. They're a good $100 each nowadays, and they're okay cans. They're Blitz from the States. I have some better ones made in Japan. The biggest problem with these is the no matter what you do with this, and I've had the flat, excuse me, I've had the flat seals, and I've had the O-ring seals. The O-ring seals work the best. The problem is it doesn't cover up this little vent hole, and if you're not careful when you move the can around, some gas can come out. The inside of the can is pretty much fine. I washed this thing out with water, and yeah, I might just give the whole can a paint job, but probably just the bottom. The rest of it's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna just get to work on this today and see if I. Well, I didn't want to bore you with all the wire wheeling there, so I just turned off the camera. So I got the vast majority of like almost all of the loose paint and rust off of there that I could. This end is by far the worst, but I think it's still okay. There's no holes, there's no leakage, there was no, this wasn't wet or anything like that. But I think I got most of the rust off it. So now I'm going to hit it with a rust converter, let that sit, and then I'm going to paint it with the stop rust kind of paint. And that should be about it, I guess. Pretty quick little project, but I think it needed to be done. So for a rust converter, I have this product. I've had this bottle for a while. As you can see, it's all dusty. And it says you just spray it on, and if there's rust there, it'll turn purple. So see how this works. I mean, I shook it up really good, so I'm hoping it'll work okay. Ooh, it's turning purple, I guess. Really, I should set this thing on its top. I'm going to move the camera. Well, I sprayed this stuff on already, and I think you can see it's working. It's good. Boy, does it stink. Holy cow, I'm sure glad I got that ventilation fan on. Put a liberal coat of this stuff on. Streaking down the sides. Wipe that off. It says in 30 seconds it should turn purple, or I guess in this case it's turned black. It says wait 5 to 10 minutes and then rinse it off with water, and then it says rinse it off again, but this time scrub it with like a sponge or a rag or something, and if you need to add more, you need to add more. So I'm going to just leave that. I'm going to wipe that excess off. It also says don't get on your hands, so I got gloves on. And don't breathe it, don't eat it, don't lick it. I'm going to rinse this stuff off. I don't know how well it shows up on video, but boy, that sure cleaned that up. Yeah. It says you can rub it afterwards. Give it a quick scrub with this scrubby pad. It worked pretty good. Yeah, that definitely cleaned that up nicely. Look at it. Anything that was rusty, like this area in the front here, it's all black now. I'll dry this thing off and then I'll get a coat of paint on it. Should be good. So I dried it off, and of course it's already flash rusting, because that's what this stuff does. And I've got some Stop the Rust that says Sabi, which is rust. Stop Dome spray paint here. It's kind of a orangey brown. I don't have any red paint. I looked through all of my goodness, I don't know, I must have 100 different cans of paint and spray paint, and only red paint I have is paint for an interior house, small can that's water-based. I'm not going to use that on it. So I don't know, it might end up with just this on it. I also have this, which is basically the same thing as this. It's just on a brushable, and the thing about the brushable is I can put a nice thick coat on, so I might do that. But I'm going to spray paint it first because it'll get into every little crack and crevice better. So nice light coat, just. Well, it's been 30 minutes-ish, and first coat of the spray painted Stop Rust paint is on. Looks pretty good. I'm going to put a second coat on just quickly here, and then I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to hit it with this brushed on stuff and let that dry. Well, I didn't film it, but I got a coat of this brush on Stop Rust paint done. So it's quite a thick coat, so I'm going to have to let that dry probably overnight. But basically, unless I put the Plasti-Dip on, which I say I'm still considering brushing it on the bottom edge just to keep it from rusting, I don't know. Basically, this thing is done, and I think it's going to be fine. Next time I empty out the other can, I'll do the same. Final update on the gas can restoration. I ended up putting the Plasti-Dip on the bottom edge here. I put it on in like 3 different coats. It looks kind of ragged, but it should keep this edge from the paint scratching and it started rusting again quickly, I hope. And I decided I'm not going to paint the can. The orange is close enough. I mean, it's a gas can. So, yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Now I just got to put it back into service. Thanks for watching.